Hey y'all, it's Tiffany with Thrifty Tiffany, and I am back. I am going to be making homemade gnocchi. Yes, homemade gnocchi for Sunday dinner. And I'm going to be using some of my herbs outside from my Dollar Tree herb garden, and we're going to make a sauce for it as well. I wish I had my tomatoes, but those aren't ready yet. But so we're going to just use my herbs for the sauce. So I just have a pot of water because first we have to cook the potatoes. Gnocchi is like a potato pasta. It's potato, flour, egg, salt. So, and you can kind of make it however you want. It's a really easy pasta. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And we're gonna turn on the oven, get the water boiling, and go ahead and add some salt to your water. Always salt your water really, really good so your potatoes aren't bland. Salt it really good. Already washed my potatoes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some are small, some are large. We're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna get started here. I love gnocchi, however you want to say it. Gnocchi, however you want to say it. It's Italian. Of course, I'm not Italian, but I love Italian food. The first time I ever made this was actually culinary school, and I had so much fun making it and came home and made it that evening for my kids, and Cash absolutely loved it. So you can add different sauces to gnocchi, however you want to say it. You can do a red sauce, which we're going to do tonight. You can do a pesto. You can do an Alfredo if you wanted to. You can do just a butter sauce, like a butter garlic sauce over the top. It's perfect. You can add meat if you want, and tonight I'm actually gonna add sausage to the red sauce, just so we have a meat with it, because it's like your starch with your potatoes, your meat, and then the sauce is a vegetable sauce with tomato and herbs. So that's kind of how we're gonna work it tonight. And there's so many recipes online for this, y'all, but it's just like making pasta kind of. You just add a little of this, add a little of that, and when it goes to exact measurements, it's kind of hard to pinpoint it, but I will link a recipe below. And I always, for all my cooking videos, guys, I always link the recipe below. It is usually just a base recipe. You will see sometimes my recipe don't match it at all. It's because I've messed with it a little bit, and I add a little of this and I add a little of that. I might take away something. It all just depends. As you cook, you learn what works together, what doesn't, trial and error, and yeah. If y'all hear that music, I am watching the movie Burlesque, and I absolutely love it. I love that movie. I've been watching it all morning. It is around 4 o'clock, so I'm starting dinner early so I can get the video up to you guys a little early. If you're on my Instagram at ThriftyTiffany35, you will have seen that I posted pictures of my herb garden, and I update it pretty frequently of how my herbs are going. But the basil is definitely to a point where I can use some of it. Some of the parsley I can use. Thyme doesn't really go in this recipe, but let's see, what else do I have? I will definitely use some dried seasoning, but I'm going to be using basil for sure. Basil and parsley for sure. Can't wait to have the tomatoes. I could have did this all with my stuff in my garden, but tomatoes definitely aren't even sprouting yet. I just have all the greenery. But so of course you want to peel them, because you can't use the peel in the actual making of the pasta. So we're going to go with that, and I'm going to cut it. You just do a rough chop, kind of like if you were making basically we're just cooking these. So just start adding them to your water. It doesn't have to be boiling yet. It's fine. Just drop them in there. And add those in there. And just let them cook. And you can do this ahead of time. Again, I'm starting at 4 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and get the potatoes done because they will need to cool when you start making the pasta. So we're going to get this, and then I will be back with the next step. All right, y'all, so the potatoes are cooking in here right now. It's hot right there, but they're cooking in there. I'm gonna go ahead and start the sauce because I want the sauce to marinate and all the flavors to come together. So what I'm gonna be using for my sauce is a can of crushed tomatoes. I got this can from Dollar Tree. It's a pretty big can. It is a 28-ounce can. So a can of this. I got 4 garlic cloves, onion, and then I'm gonna go pick my herbs. But to start, I'm going to go ahead and get my pan ready over here. I have a big skillet pan. I'll show you in just a second. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. Let me bring you over here. All right, y'all, got y'all close up to the skillet. All right, so we're gonna put that on medium. I'm gonna sprinkle in some EVOO. This is a light one. I think it's extra light, that's all they had. So I'm gonna put that at the bottom. A good amount. Then I'm gonna bring you over here. We're gonna chop up some onion. All right, so now we're just gonna chop up the onion. This off. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Sunday. It is gorgeous outside in Georgia. The sun is shining. It's a pretty, pretty day. I've been sitting out there for a little bit on the porch. All right, made a mess with that. Now, all right, this doesn't have to be perfect chunks, but good enough. It's gonna cook down in the pot. So just dice it up. A rough little dice, not perfection. Nothing about my cooking is perfection, y'all. We just kind of swing it over here, you know? Just whatever we feel like at the moment. Alrighty. So we got that cut up, and you know what? While we're over here, we're gonna go ahead and cut this garlic up, y'all. Okay? Since we're over here, you might as well go ahead and do it. Get it all done. All right, I don't know if we're gonna need all 4, but you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it because it's gonna marinate. The sauce is just gonna come together as one over here. Make it taste yummy. All right, again, little trick that I always tell you guys, use the back of your knife because the back of your knife is thicker than this part of your knife because this part cuts. So use the back, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna smash it. Just like you were cutting it. Basically act like you're cutting it, but you're smashing it down the thing. And it works really good to smash it. Learned that trick in culinary school. All right. Don't know if we're gonna use it all, but we probably will. Love me some garlic, y'all. Now go back once you smush it all and chop it up. She needs a good little chop. That's how you can make some really good minced garlic, so you don't get too big of pieces in each bite. And you can smash it like this if you want to. You can add salt to it, which helps. You can add a little salt like this to your garlic, and then smush it. That helps it break down a little bit better. There's so many ways to cut garlic. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is start with the onions though. I'm gonna bring you over there. All right, she's gotten nice and hot. She made a little sizzle sazzle. Sizzle sazzle, there we go. Wash my hands real quick. I need to add some more EVOO. I'm going to saute these until they get translucent, and then we're going to add the garlic in. Okay, y'all, so I'm going to drink one of these. I got it from Aldi the other day, and it has, it says, this fruity Italian rosé is refreshing and lively with fruit-forward notes of strawberry and raspberry. This is the name of it. I got it from Aldi, so we're about to try it. It's bubbly rosé wine. It comes in a 4-pack for about $4. So it's about $1 a can. Also, Aldi has some amazing peach wine and watermelon wine. But we're about to try the bubbly. I got that bubbly. There we go. Let's taste it. Okay. 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 Cheers. Oop, you can't see me. Cheers. Gotta have some wine when you're cooking Italian. Let's mix up our onions over here. They're still sauteing to get translucent. You know what? We need to add us some salt. Salt to the onions. You gotta season every layer. And we'll add some cracked pepper. Yes, ma'am. Y'all know I love the pepper. All right. We'll mix that up, stir it up. And then it's starting to get translucent. All right, now we're gonna open this can right here of crushed tomatoes, tomatoes. All right, open that baby up. Let's see, let me use this butter knife. Ooh. Ooh, that smells good, y'all. Crushed tomatoes. And again, this was from Dollar Tree. It's First Harvest. Crushed tomatoes. Tomatoes. All right, let me move you over here so you guys can see. All right, y'all up close and personal. See, I added the salt, pepper. The onions are beginning to get translucent. Let's add our garlic. Add the whole thing of garlic, and you do not want to burn your garlic. Y'all, a lot of people make that mistake. Don't just let your garlic just sit there. Add a little bit more olive oil. Yep, we're using some of this extra virgin. But don't let the garlic burn. That's the worst taste ever, is burned garlic. It's like burnt popcorn. You can't revive it after it's done. It just tastes not good. So just keep moving it. You want your, again, this is like a cast iron skillet. Or like a Dutch oven, sorry. A Dutch oven. It has the lid right here and everything. And I did get questions. This is very heavy. This is not like, this is a Dutch oven. It's a Dutch oven skillet, and it's very heavy. I actually got it from TJ Maxx. So that's where I got this pink pan from. Again, it's heavy, heavy, heavy. It's like a Dutch oven. It is. It's a Dutch oven skillet. So, let's see. All right, so you don't want to leave that by itself too long because you don't want your garlic to burn, so we're going to add the sauce. That's why I do my onions first, let it become translucent, then add the garlic so you do not to burn the garlic. All right. And at this, honestly, with gnocchi, however you want to say it, gnocchi, however you want to say it, you can make a white wine sauce. Ooh, you can make a rosé sauce, y'all, with this stuff. But with garlic, butter, onions, I'm actually gonna add some butter to this. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the tomatoes because you gotta add butter, y'all. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and add it. I'm gonna add, this is a tablespoon of butter. I'm gonna add to it because butter, onions, and garlic. Yes, ma'am. Add this little piece. I was waiting. That little piece. All right. And then once that melts all the way, then we're gonna add our crushed tomatoes. And you don't have to do all this. If you wanna just use a canned tomato sauce, do it. Believe me, I'm all for easy. I'm just trying to be a little fancy tonight. What is that? And if you wanna be even more fancy, get you some tomatoes that you grew in the garden and there you go. Or just get fresh tomatoes from the grocery store, Roman tomatoes. But again, I didn't want to go out, so I'll just use what we have on hand. And I got those canned tomatoes from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to use them and let you know how they taste. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in, the whole can of tomato. And then we're going to go outside in my garden, in my Dollar Tree herb garden, and we're going to pick us some herbs to go in here so it can marinate. And we're just going to have this sauce just cooking so it can all get marinated on low. So it can become one. Get all that stuff, y'all. All of her. Don't make anybody jealous in there. Alrighty. So, we're about to go get us some herbs. Depending on how much I get, we might have to add some dried herbs also, depending on how much I get, because my plants aren't all the way huge yet. I'm going to turn that on low, but let's go see. Okay, y'all, so we're coming outside, out front, pick something from my garden so I can show you. These are my tomatoes. Look, I got my little drainer. I got this from Dollar Tree. It's like a little berry for blueberries, raspberries, all kind of berries. Got this little thing, so I washed it. But this is my little garden. Let's see, put that up on the table. This middle one right here is lavender. But this is my tomatoes, but they haven't became tomatoes yet. But she's getting big, she's getting big. They're filling out. Okay, here we go. This is our basil, parsley, thyme, more basil, and more basil. So this one is the one I've been really eyeing, this leaf and this leaf. We're gonna go ahead and pick her. So let's see. I don't know how to. All right, that's perfect. I don't want her to die. Oh, y'all, it smells so good. So we're gonna put this here, add our basil. Let's find some other large ones. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one. It has a rip in it anyway. We're gonna make use of her. If y'all could smell this basil, I'm telling you. Let's look. It's so full in here. Use this one because it's cut on the end. Try to use these for they die. Oop, that one cut. That one. And we're gonna use some parsley. Parsley is looking good. Ooh, that came all the way from the ground. Don't think I was supposed to do that, but hey. Definitely wasn't supposed to do that. Probably should have like cutting shears. I'll use my nails. Trying to get the big pieces. Big pieces of parsley. Let's see. And should I add some thyme? Thyme is good on chicken. Should I add some thyme? Let me see what other of these, if there's any big ones of basil. Add these too. Any over here? Any more over here? I'll add these. And this big leaf. This one. I did not mean to do that. I keep ripping it. No, ma'am. It's not good. It's okay. It's a learning. We're all learning here. And a little bit more parsley. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go in, we're gonna wash some of this. And okay, y'all, we're about to dry the herbs I just washed, that I picked. Didn't get too many, but I'm excited, so we're gonna use it. This is what we got. This is what we got. Look at my basils. Look at my little basils. They're beauty. All right. I'm gonna add them to the pasta sauce. I'm just gonna rip some up and add it to it. All right, I'm gonna move each. All righty, so she is bubbling, bubbling. And I definitely could have used thyme in this because it would have been really good, but that thyme wasn't ready yet. So we're gonna go ahead and pat these dry. I'm gonna chop them. I'm gonna chop up the, excuse me, the basil and the parsley. Piling from outside, y'all. I'm gonna leave one basil off so I can try it with a piece of cheese. Maybe two. Yeah, we're gonna try two. And the rest of this, we're gonna chop up. And I'll probably have to substitute, well, I'll probably have to add some, what do you call it, some dried herbs to my fresh herbs. So here are all my fresh herbs. Woo! Yes, ma'am. Dollar Tree herbs that I grew. I can't believe it. It's never happened before. It's never happened before. Now we're gonna go ahead and add some dried, which we got dried parsley. If I had a lot of fresh, we would just use that. But we're gonna use dried parsley. What else can we add? Parsley, you know what? I really want basil, but I think I ran out the last time I did a little cook with me thing. We're gonna add some oregano. And I might add a little thyme, a little dried thyme. Maybe some, yeah, I'm gonna add a little thyme. Okay, and let's mix that up. Again, I have this on low because it's just gonna be marinating. What do you want, Bella? And I already have fresh garlic in there, so we're just gonna let this marinate. And sometimes for the acidic from the tomatoes, you add like a little dusting, like a pinch of sugar, just a pinch. Just add that to it, just for the tomato. Add some more black pepper. And you know what I also might add? Some chopped chives, because I have them. Some chopped chives. Got these from Dollar Tree. Let me do the other side. I like chives. I like them a lot. All right, so we're just gonna put the top on this and let this just come together, mesh well together. Yeah. All right. Okay, so also for a little snack while I'm sitting here with the potatoes cooking and the sauce is cooking over here, I have my little drink, and these are 2 of the pieces of basil that I have from my garden, and I have to try it, y'all. So I'm gonna make a little caprese salad. I got this mozzarella from Dollar Tree, so can't wait to taste it. Let's see. Open the bag. Again, this Lakeview cheese is good cheese, y'all. It's a 4-ounce container. I haven't tried the mozzarella. I've tried the cheddar, Monterey Jack, and I'm glad I'm just opening this because we'll need mozzarella with the dish. Some mozzarella on the gnocchi. So let's go ahead and just cut it. Hold on, let me wipe my knife. Okay, I'm just gonna cut 2 little squares for each of my basil. Have me a little snacky snack. A little snacky snack while cooking. I have a tomato. This tomato I got from, I think it was from Aldi. Just gonna get me, it's already been washed. All right. Put this little tomato with it. This little tomato. I'm gonna do that. That one's too big. Okay. Lay it flat. All right. Look what you have so far. Let me wipe the little tomato off so it can be fancy. So we have that. Get out of the light. Look at that. Then I love this stuff. I got it from Costco, but you can get it from any grocery store. It's balsamic glaze, and you can drizzle. I call this drizzle drazzle. This is drizzle drazzle, and it's so good. Again, you can eat it on so many different things. It's good on chicken also. So this is what you do. We're gonna make this plate look so cute. This is how you do it. You just let it be. Like, just let it be. Now, let your arm just float. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, look at her. Look, fancy. See, my arm just did what it wanted to do. And we have a nice little dish. Nice little dish. And we're about to taste it. Let me take a picture. Okay, y'all, I'm about to taste my basil. We're gonna taste. I'm gonna add a little bit more drizzle drazzle. I love this stuff, y'all. It's so good. We're gonna taste her. Here we go. Got the mozzarella from Dollar Tree and my homegrown basil. Oh, yes. I'm drooling. Oh, my goodness. All the juices came off of it. All that cheese. My basil. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm so proud of myself. Thank you, Jesus, for allowing my plants to grow. Because look at this. That basil, y'all, right there, tops it off so perfectly. Yep, I'm making a mess, y'all. Yep, and the tomato is just sliding around. We're going to try it again. Oh, I wish I had more. Y'all try this stuff. Any type of balsamic glaze, but this one is so good. Yes, ma'am. My basil is perfecto. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and chop these sausages up. I got turkey. We used our beef bratwurst last night on the grill, so those are gone. These are what I have, so I'm just gonna chop these up. Again, you can use beef, you can use whatever sausage you want. You don't even have to use sausage. You can do chicken. You could do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. But I'm just gonna chop this up into like little coins. You know how you chop little sausages up. Probably do 2 at a time. Because these are gonna go in this the spaghetti sauce. Well, it's not spaghetti sauce, but with the tomato sauce, tomato herb sauce. But I want to saute them before I put them in the sauce. So we're gonna do that. Go ahead and get them all chopped into little coins. I can't get over my basil. It turned out so well, y'all. I'm so proud of myself. I've never been able to grow anything. Never. But I grew some. And it was so tasty. Alright, so that was, how many is this? 5, 6, 2, 4, there's 6. Alright, so we have that ready cut for when I need to saute them. And it's just resting for right now while the potatoes are still cooking. The sauce is still on low. Low is the sauce, and low and slow on the sauce. And then these are boiling really good. These are almost done. Okay, so the potatoes are done. I just checked them. Now I'm about to drain. Okay, y'all, so I have them. They're done. They're gonna drain over this pot for a little while. I'll put this pot on the back burner, but it's just gonna drain down. So a lot of the water gets out, because depending on how much water it has in it depends on how much flour you have to use. Again, that's why there's not exact measurements. It will all just depend. You gotta just kind of use your best judgment, honestly. That's cooking. It's just using your best judgment. Go by the recipe, but then if you need to add a little more, just go for it. So this is where we're gonna saute the meat, the sausage, and then we're gonna add it to the sauce. So we're gonna start with some olive oil. Put that back on. And get a nice little sear. You know, you want your sausage cooked. You want a nice little sear on it. That's the main thing. Oh, I'll go ahead and put it in. It hasn't started bubbling yet, but. And also you could add the onions when you do the meat. Then add that, but I wanted to add the onions to the sauce first, so that's what I did. You can do it however you want, and we're gonna let that come to a sear. Hey, I'm gonna add a little pepper to the sausages while they get to going. Yeah, I love pepper. I love it, love it, love it. Sear on it. All right, y'all, so we're still sauteing the sausages really good. I want a good little sear on them. Looking good. All right, this is how she's looking. We're gonna add the sausages in a minute. I'm about to taste it just to see the seasoning on it, just to see how it's going. This has been cooking on low, slow for a while. Here, the sausages over there, they are just the cooking. Yes, ma'am. I want the sausage to have a nice brown on them like that. See that? That's what we want. That's what we want on the seared sausages. Caramelize it. Caramelize it, caramelize it. Cayman. Oh, Cash. It doesn't stink. I'm making your favorite gnocchi. It's gonna be the gnocchi here. This is gonna be the sauce. I made a homemade sauce with, guess what? My herbs for my herb garden. And it's gonna be so good. Y'all, my kids always come downstairs talking about it stinks. Even if it smells good. Promise y'all, it doesn't stink. It smells good. It smells so good. All right, so the sausages are good. We're gonna add the sausages to the sauce, so it can get the flavor in it. Oh, it's gonna be so good. So you just take the sausages, just add them to your sauce, y'all. After they get that good sear on them. I'm telling y'all, the sausages are gonna go good with the potato. Let's see, let me mix it real quick. Okay. Sorry, Kesha's heating up some hot dogs while I'm cooking dinner. But we cooked out last night. We made, sorry, bratwurst. It's not hot dogs. But we made some bratwurst last night. So I'm gonna let this marinate for a little bit longer with the meat in there, because the meat's gonna give it a flavor also, and then I'll try the sauce and see if we need to add anything or adjust anything and go with that. So this is gonna sit there and marinate and cook for a little bit longer on low. Remember, low, low, low. Okay, y'all, so now I just put the potatoes in here. They've been sitting, you know, draining and just cooling off. So you want them cool. And now, I did season the water, but now I am gonna season them some because we're gonna be adding flour. So season them kind of a good bit. I'm gonna add pepper too. You don't have to add pepper, but I'm gonna add some, just to flavor my potatoes. Okay, and we're gonna get the dough started here, but then we'll move the dough to this surface. So the first thing we're gonna do is mash this up. Mash it up, girl. Take you a masher like this and mash it up. Like you're making mashed potatoes. All right. Okay. Mash it up pretty good. I want to get out of y'all's light so you can see it pretty well. Okay, now we're gonna start adding flour. I will have the recipe below, but again, I kind of just add. That's kind of how I'm at. And you're basically making like a little pillow pasta. We'll call it that, a pillow pasta, but it's gnocchi, however you want to say it. Just gonna add a little bit in at a time. Well, I'm adding one of these scoopfuls. You get these at Dollar Tree. I'm adding one of those in. So we're gonna start doing this, and we will need to add an egg to it, but I'm gonna get actually I'm gonna probably go ahead and add an egg just to get it started, and then we can move it to the cutting board. So I'm gonna go ahead and add an egg. These are little eggs, so I'm actually gonna add 2 because they are small eggs, little bitty egg. Okay, wipe my hand off. I'm gonna start mixing this up. These things are so good. I love it. If you've never had it before, it tastes so good. It's like little pillows of greatness. So amazing. And this video is getting long, so I'm sorry this is a long video, but when you make everything kind of from scratch, it's a long video. I'm trying to... Okay, so I'm gonna come back once I get this. Okay, y'all, so at this point, we're moving it to my cutting board. I'm gonna add more flour because I know it's gonna need more. We'll start with that. We're gonna add the mixture. Add that in there. You want it to make a dough, so not too sticky, because you're gonna roll it out. You're gonna make little rolls, like little snakes, like you did with Play-Doh. That's basically what you're gonna do, make little tubes. Y'all know I gotta get all of it. I gotta get all of it. Gotta be fair here. Make sure your hands are clean. Probably wanna put some flour on them. Just gonna start making it. And you don't want to knead it, like you don't want to mess with it too much, because you want it to still be a soft little pasta pillow, like a little pillow. I'm trying to get where you guys can see it in the light. But you do have to mix in all the flour. Again, because it's going to have to roll out like a pasta. That's so comforting. Nice little time away in the kitchen. Okay, now it's starting to form like a dough. Nice potato dough. Who loves potatoes? Me. It's perfect for Sunday dinner. Perfect for Sunday dinner. And if you need to get more flour, you just kind of got to judge it. We'll do a little test run in a minute to see if I have enough. I'll try to roll something and we'll see. Okay. All right, so I think it's still too sticky. Let's see. No, it's not. So you got to roll. I don't think it's sticky. Let's see. Let me see if it can be. It's a little sticky. I think after this we should be good. All right. Now I'm gonna start making the little rolls. Let me get me a fork ready. All right, I'm mixing this over here. Now a little too much of that over there. I'm gonna make little snakes like you made with Play-Doh. You can do it to the thickness that you want. So I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna sit here for the whole time to do this whole thing because this is making a lot. Cash was like, make sure you make enough. So it looks like about that, like your finger width, like pink, depending on how big your fingers are. I kind of got big fingers, but about your finger width. It's literally gonna look like little pillows. Let me cut that. And then you take your knife and you cut it about an inch. Let me show you. And they literally look like pillows. I'm about to show y'all. Literally looks like a little pillow. Then what you do is you take a fork and you roll it on the fork, like from front. Hold up, that one didn't work right. You just roll it like, well, I'm having a problem. You kind of push it into it so it has like the little lines on it. This fork's not working. It's not, that Dollar Tree fork doesn't have the grooves like a regular fork. Okay, well, let me find one of my other forks that I have. I have a different fork, but this fork doesn't have a thick, it's like flat, so it doesn't have a thick groove in it. But you roll it on a fork till it has a groove. Let's see if I do it back and forth if it does it. Kind of did it. Like, oh my goodness, I'm dropping it everywhere. So let's do it again. But you do it like that until it has like a little groove on it. I gotta get another fork. But that's what they should look like. So I'll do a couple. Like that. There you go. So it's gonna take me a minute, but I'm gonna come back. Okay, y'all, so I wanna go ahead and get my water started boiling because you do have to like boil these before you put them in with the sauce. So salt the water, just turn that on to boil really quick. And then I wanna test a couple, see if it needs more egg or flour. So we're gonna test this one little row first and then we'll see. Okay, y'all, so I got this little thing from Dollar Tree. Look, it looks like that. You can take fried stuff out. This scoop's perfect. When the gnocchi is done, it will float to the top. So this is what they look like. Hold on. So this is what they look like, little pasta pillows. And once you drain it, go right into the pasta sauce right here. Once they float. Again, that's what they look like. Put them right into the pasta sauce so they can soak up that sauce flavor. And I only did a couple to try it and it worked perfect, so I'm gonna keep rolling. It will take you a while. Get the whole family together and y'all can have a gnocchi. Y'all, I don't know how to exactly say it. I'm not Italian, but you can have a little party where everybody can do it. I need to get my kids down here. And I'm about to throw some more in. I had some more that were ready. And kind of don't do too many at one time. You don't want it to become one big old pile of potato and pasta. Mine are really soft, so I was wondering if I needed to add more egg and flour, but it tastes fine. I need to put the sauce back up. I had turned it down. Oops. So I'm gonna put the sauce on low so we can mix the sauce with the gnocchi together. Now I'm gonna start cutting this. Again, you just cut it in little, basically an inch, your hand lengths, like when you grab it. So this is time consuming. Definitely it's why it's the Sunday dinner and start early. Okay, y'all, this is what it's looking like. I got some gnocchi in there, gnocchi. And letting it simmer in all the sauce and the sausage. And she is looking good. Y'all should smell it. Amazing. Add a couple more. Come out like this, put them in there. Drop some more in here. Okay, y'all. So this is the finished product. Look at her. Look at that gnocchi, whatever you want to call it. Look at it. She is a beauty. I put some mozzarella cheese and parsley on top. Again, it's got the sausages, the potato, pasta, the gnocchi. That's it. She is done. Look how yummy. Y'all, it's so good. Still have some of the gnocchi going over there. You're about to get a piece of this with a piece of sausage. Look at that. Look at that. Taste her. Look. It's like a little pillow of potato pasta. Y'all, the sauce is amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, everyone.